I'd like to start by thanking Mo and Jeff, and thank you for having us tonight for this awesome party. Thank you all. To Casey for that fantastic speech. That was good. To the wedding party, you guys got your pants on? We're good. You got one from out? To the bartender, thank you. And to Joe and Kristin for that momentary lapse of judgment that somehow gave me the mic tonight. I actually have a great speech prepared. I'll be giving it tomorrow, Saturday, like every other wedding in America. I had notes too, but Joe's beard ate him for breakfast. Now, what some of you don't know, Joe's actually a feat of modern medicine. That Adonis came out of the womb with that luscious face carpet that he sported here today. Now, I knew that Kristin was serious about Joe when she finally learned how to spell his last name.
I still don't know who to say. The registry was all her name.
Now we're going from Segro, 5 letters, S-E-G-R-O, to Sazelski. I mean, it sounds like a horse with allergies. E-S-I-R. I mean, are you kidding me? Polish people, we're not slow. We just got to spend an extra month in kindergarten. Now, everybody here knows that Kristin doesn't eat meat. That's why we got that thing on the menu called the faux leg. F-A-U-X-L-E-T. I know the FDA had no part in that. But alas, here we are. And through her courtship of Joe, she stood by her vegetables, which is awesome. We had a close call about 2 months ago down in Baltimore, late night. Some chicken tenders, a little Ken's famous honey mustard. Right up to the edge, we looked over, came right back. Joe saved the day, and the streak lives on. Now, I ate lunch with Joe every day for probably 2 years. And let me tell you, don't get between Joe and his sandwich. Pancakes, brisket, pork, Mo's crown roast, amazing. Pie. We used to go to IHOP. The bill, 2 people, $45. They bring the food out, the table would flex. Now, Joe and I, we did I've known him for a long time. A lot of the first things that we did in life. First time I left the country, Joe was there. First time I stepped foot in Africa, Joe was there. First job, Joe worked there. First time anybody took a Prius off-road in upstate Vermont. First time anybody ever tore up the Crook's front loft in an 89 Buick Century. First time I had a cheesesteak in Philadelphia, all Joe. Larry's, up by St. Joe's, fantastic. Now, I want to just paint that picture a little bit. So I'm a freshman, or I'm a senior in college. I'm a year younger than Joe. Joe's a freshman. I go to visit Joe, which, it's really like taking a 13-year-old boy to the beach in the south of France. So, I mean, it's going to be a little ugly. You might have to wince a little bit, but it's going to be awesome. I roll up. I meet up with Joe. We go up to his dorm. I've seen bathrooms that are bigger. We go in. First thing I notice, the kid's got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sheets on his bed. And that's when I knew that I knew absolutely nothing. I mean, the kid's got cartoon sheets. He's still getting paid.
Take a sip. So true.
So, a lot of you also don't know this. Aside from his current studly figure, Joe was once a spectacular athlete. His nickname was, and still is, Big Toe Joe. Then those toes grew to the size of Volkswagens. They have their own zip code. I get my mail delivered there. which is awesome because Joe has a great affinity for when he's driving, he sticks that foot right out the window. He likes to play some drums on the steering wheel. He really is just a hipster version of a Blue Maker. and this is all great, and I can bustle Joe for another half hour, an hour until the bartender runs out of brown liquor. But the reality is that Joe is the best friend, mentor, leader, partner, and brother that there is. Joe taught me you stand by your friends. He is fiercely loyal, and he stands up for what he believes in. He told me, you stand by your friends, you stand by your family. You stand out in front, you take the bullet. You're the leader, they follow you, and you stand up for them. Now, like I mentioned, Joe and I, we were on the same path for a long time. We did, around the same time, girlfriends, dates, proms, dances, breakups, that drive up the Jersey Shore to see the first gig at MSG. Hell of a show. But now, Joe will be sharing those with Kristin. And over the past couple of years, I've come to know Kristin. I love her like a sister. And hell, Joe probably needed that older woman influence in his life. But they'll be sharing those first now. They shared the first house, the first job, soon their first child. And there's nobody else that I'd rather Joe be spending it with. Kristin is absolutely amazing. And, like I said, spent a lot of long car rides, hotel rooms, flights, tents, holding cells and customs in a third world country with Joe. And you get to learn to read a guy pretty well. He cares, he pushes, he inspires, and he loves. And that he does for me, Kristin does for him, and he does for her. And that's really what makes this marriage so amazing, that bond right there. So, what we're going to do, we're going to raise our glasses, do a little toast. It's a party, we go a little higher. All right? That your love may burn as bright and as passionate as it does tonight. We love you all.